Hello everyone, I'm Professor Deerwester-Dalrymple and I'm here to just share a little bit of information with you regarding the first week of classes. I know you have your project query letter coming up, but you also have your question that you have to post this week with regards to what is the problem that you want to focus on for your final proposal project at the end of this course. And I had a couple students ask me for ideas. So I was going to present some ideas for you of what you can do. And I'm very open as to how, pardon me, you interpret this idea and how you look at this problem. So you can either do this project, you can identify a problem that is in a current workplace that you have, or it's one that reflects a problem or issue in the field where you will be working. Perhaps it's where you're studying or your area of graduation expertise, whatever is going to be. So for example, let's say you currently work at Starbucks and you've noticed a couple problems at Starbucks where you work. Maybe staffing isn't ideal. Perhaps during rush, there's just not enough people to maintain an effective workplace to service the customers. That could be a problem that you could identify in your current workplace. Or perhaps in your Starbucks store, the availability of like wheelchair accessible areas. Perhaps it's really tight in your store, it's a small space or something to that effect. That could be a problem that you could identify with regards to your proposal idea. The other aspect that you can look at is maybe something in your career field that you're hoping to go into when you graduate. So for example, if you are in the nursing program or something like that, perhaps you've been reading in your industry, you've been hearing in your industry that there's a problem with hygiene, that hospital workers are not practicing the best hygiene that they should. That would be a problem that you could identify. Or perhaps there's a communication issue among different departments or different levels of staffing, perhaps between nurses and doctors and administrative staff or something like that. Those would be different problems that you can identify in your future career field. Either one is available to you. So what you want to do for this week is identify a problem where you can eventually, over the course of the next couple weeks, identify a specific effective solution, provide research for that solution, examples of how it could be implemented, cost analysis. But that problem and your eventual solution for it, which you'll present in your research proposal in week 4, is going to be the core focus of the majority of your assignments for this class. In addition to that, you just need to post the problem and like who's affected by it and what the problem is and why it's an issue and that kind of stuff, because that'll help you kind of outline what you need to do with regards to your project proposal as you move forward. So that's number 1. Number 2 is for this week, your major assignment is your query letter, where you're sending a letter or an email, if you would, to somebody who could provide information to you possibly with regards to your problem and that you're addressing for this week. Maybe it's information you're trying to solicit so you can, get information for your proposal. Maybe you need this information before you can start thinking up a solution. Maybe you just want it for a point of reference. You'll need it for research. You may not actually get it unless you send it out and then you're on a quick turnaround. But the idea is we're working on this technique in technical writing, which is kind of being commanding with how we have to present the material without sounding kind of conciliatory or maybe coarse in how we present that. It's very easy in query letters to come across with, well, I need this information now, so you have to send it to me. But in technical writing, that's not how we engage with our audience. So this is our first practice at walking that fine line of how we present this material so we can solicit for material and get the information we want. So that's the second part of the assignment. So most of the assignments for the next couple weeks will be all tied to this project proposal. Not all of them, but most of them. And then finally, if you have any questions about the class, please feel free to call, text, or email. Well, I don't have my cell phone yet. I'll have my cell phone in a day or so. But feel free to call, text, or email with regards to your question or your project or the like. And then all assignments that are posted, it usually takes me up to a week to provide feedback to you. So you can look for that for all the assignments. You can look within a week and you should have feedback and a grade for what you're working on. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to call, text, or email, and I look forward to working with you this semester.